The future is now. Ian Machado Garry gets the job done in the main event. UFC Kansas City beats Carlos Prates unanimous decision 48-47, 48-47, 49-46. And who's to blame? Carlos Prates could have got the job done in round number 5. Looked like he had Garry on the ropes. Unfortunately, wasn't able to use that fight IQ and finish him. But boy, oh boy, Ian Garry put on an absolute clinic rounds 1 through 4, landing devastating punches and combinations and head kicks, body kicks, leg kicks, and mixing in some takedowns at that. He definitely won rounds 1, 2, and 3. Round 4, on 2 of the judges' scorecards went to Prates, and round 5 went to Prates on all 3 judges' scorecards, I believe, after he almost finished the man. So if we head on over to Twitter and look at the UFC Kansas City latest, we can see Ian Garry, the real deal. Frustrating from Prates, won't look too much into the ground and pound. He should have been more relentless, but regardless, why did it take him 4 rounds to actually start doing things? Carlos Prates will never be champ. No IQ, no instinct. Should have known from his cig and alcohol addiction. This guy didn't get his pick correctly. Smoking on the Prates pack. Ian Machado Garry, the winner. What did he say in his post-fight speech? He said 21 days notice he will be flying to Canada, and he's the backup for the championship. He wants to prove that he is championship worthy. He was ranked at number 7 coming into this fight, got the job done, earned the unanimous decision, and he will be the backup for the main event in Canada. And who the heck knows, he might get to step on in there and fight for the title. But what is next for him? Should he get a title shot after this? Does he need another one before he gets a title shot? I think he needs another one. Let's keep on scrolling down. Let's look at some of this video here. I wouldn't necessarily say fraud checked, because Carlos Prates, he's the real deal. He took some damage in this fight and just kept on trucking forward. I mean, he makes way more sense than Colby, who has no business being a backup for a title fight. Can't believe the Fighting Nerds are now 24-1. Yes, that is correct. This is the first time the Fighting Nerds have lost inside the octagon. Ian Garry overall put up a masterclass, in my opinion, of him being the second best welterweight in the world, only behind a healthy Shavkat Rakhmonov. Still remains true, however, it wasn't the complete masterclass I expected. Still, him versus Sean Brady is next. That could be the case. Garry's massive win. I'm not shy about saying I'm not a fan of Ian Garry, but tonight I was definitely rooting for him. Beautiful fight. Congratulations. We could keep going through this, but you guys can go over onto Twitter yourself and check it out. But a hell of a performance by Ian Garry tonight, or I should say Ian Machado Garry. Heck of a performance by him. And again, 21 days, he'll be flying out to Canada. He's the backup for the main event there. And like it was spectacular to see him putting it all together. He didn't let Prates get to work, and Prates is arguably the better kickboxer of the two. He's got a slew of fights under his belt in kickboxing, in the hundreds, I believe. And Ian Garry made it look like it was his octagon tonight. He was able to dictate the pace. He was able to utilize head movement, feints, move away, throw in the takedowns, throw in the head kicks. He bloodied him up. It was beautiful work by Ian Garry, and I will be the first to admit I was never sold on the guy. From the first and second and third fight inside the octagon, I thought he kept his chin and head way too high when he was throwing punches. I thought he would get sort of shown by the upper class of the division that he was going to get knocked out and he was not going to be the guy that he is today. And he proved me wrong once again. Tonight, I picked Carlos Prates to win this fight, and Ian Machado Garry definitely proved me wrong. So who do you think he fights next? A Sean Brady matchup sounds very interesting. Could we see him step in for the main event in Montreal? Potentially. But who the heck knows? Ian Machado Garry, the winner of the UFC Kansas City main event. Let me know in the comments section below who you think Garry should fight next. Make sure you check out MMA Sucka on all social media platforms, including Instagram at MMA_Sucka, Twitter at MMA Sucka. Follow myself at JeremyBrand604. Make sure you check out Slappy's, the best vodka and soda in town, at Drink Slappies on Instagram. Peace.